Well, I'm about to surprise Dom with this Christmas gift early, but we're here to talk Gibberpish, aren't we, Dom?
Yes, we are, and I apologise again this week. There will be coughing and...
HoHoHo, motherfucker!
Sweet. I will open this momentarily after I get up. I'll just get this out of the way early. I'm still recovering from a cold. You will hear coughing, clearing of noses, and I'm continuing with my Philip H. Anselmo impression, because my throat is still fucked.
Yeah, but also the sipping of beer, because...
Oh, the beer is helping. The beer is helping.
Beer is helping.
It's just killing all the Germans and stuff in my throat.
All the Germans in your throat.
Yeah. Is your dad or mum like never said that?
Yeah, I know where you're going with that, but I didn't think you'd actually say that out loud. Yeah, okay. Interesting.
I just realised what I said though.
Yeah.
There's Germans in my throat.
Yeah, go ahead with it. And go ahead with present time.
Okay. Bitch, I am adorable. I'm not a 2XL.
Deal with it. Everyone got XL shirts, and I'm like, well, me and Dom have to get double XL because we play rugby. So I've got the I am the hype. You put bitch, I'm adorable.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I just need to put it on.
You can put it on, wait for it if you want. I'd appreciate if you ruin your lifestyle just to fit that one T-shirt I got you.
Oh, my mum's a seamstress, so she could probably take it in and stuff. So it's okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. Man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
I need to reciprocate now.
Nah, I don't bother. No, we're actually recording a week away, and still fed up of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do festive holidays. I just ignore them all.
I enjoy the family aspect of it, like getting the family together, gorging on god awful amounts of food, chocolate, cakes, and like biscuits and stuff like that. I love that aspect, but I hate the Christmas shopping, going through Edinburgh, see my fucking tweets about Get It Ringy Edinburgh.
Yeah. People
lose all concept of humanity round about Christmas. They need to go from point A to point B. They don't care who they knock down or try and knock down, in my case, to get there. It fucking annoys me. And nowhere is this personified better than in the fucking capital city of Scotland, Edinburgh. People are dicks in Edinburgh. At the best of times. This gets probably quadruply worse in Edinburgh around about Christmas time.
Yeah.
People bumping into you, it's like, get out of my way, man, I'm not moving. Then they bump into you and fall on their arse and proceed to moan at you because...
you have stance and know how to take a hit thanks to rugby.
Yeah. I mean, all that was going through my head was, this guy's going to try and bump into me and knock me down. Let's see how this goes. So I just continued walking. Then as soon as he came close to me, I just kind of crouched down a bit.
Yeah.
Then he just hit me and like bounced off my shoulder and fell against the rail. And I'm like, hope that lands you little cunt.
Yeah. Lower centre of gravity, motherfucker.
Yeah. It's good being a short arse. You've got that lower centre of gravity. You can get in a bit quicker.
Sounds like someone tried to smash you, bro.
They fucking did. They tried to
Segway!
Smash me. Fucking segue all the
time. It the whole day today.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck, Christmas is just killing me. I don't know. Is it the same with you? You just energy levels. You work hard, then Christmas you're just tanking.
Well, the thing is that I've been off a lot, which resulted in me in just almost kind of shut down. There's a thing where if you're under stress, your body will just suppress everything to just keep you going to like a safe point. At which point everything just collapses.
Yeah.
Most common in the immune system when you get like an infection or a disease or you catch something. It seems to be going for physical injuries because I've taken a couple of weeks off around about now. Just like I'll work for a week, I'll be off for a week, I'll work for a week, be off for a week. And then like shit's just shutting down. My right shoulder just doesn't work anymore. I was talking to you about it before, but I'm here doing like not my max weight on like just shoulder press, but just with dumbbells here at home.
Yeah, just light weights to kind of break the shoulder back in, make sure nothing's getting wrecked.
Nothing's working. It's been like this for a couple of days. I think I might have. My only solution or my only idea is that I've slept on it and crushed the muscle somehow.
Maybe.
Otherwise, it's just 100% microscramp.
Maybe. Well, you did just get those Polaroids of.
Oh, those are ancient. Yeah, those are ancient though.
Yeah, but those are specifically for a certain purpose. You don't get 3 wallet-sized photos of Luna Laney, and you're not getting them for artistic purposes. Therefore,
cosplay is art, motherfucker. Actually, Nigri's back on. She's back on a couple of different places doing just different posts of stuff she's working on just now, and next year's going to be awesome. I mean, right now.
Are you ready for another segue?
Right now, it's all about Star Wars. So I expect a lot of Star Wars cosplay in the next year because it's now Force Awakens out yesterday.
Yeah.
Or out midnight release yesterday, and then next year Slave One, I think it is, and then
I don't think it's Slave One. I think it's Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah, Rogue One, and then it's another main title, and then it's another spin-off, and another.
Then spin-off. They're kind of doing like numbered movie spin-off, numbered movie spin-off, that kind of deal.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with, because if we get more in this new Star Wars universe, I'm happy with it. Because people, again, you can never please everybody. There'll be die-hard fans that love the original 3, like 4, 5 and 6, and say this is the pinnacle of Star Wars. and that this new film is just trying to copy it and it's not really doing too well. I'm of the camp that it'll be a good film. It'll never be as good as the originals, but if you take it as it is, as a continuation and setting up new movies, it'll be fine. It'll be a great movie.
I've not seen it yet. I think I might just bite the bullet and go see it at some point this weekend.
I know I'm going to see the Hippodrome in Bowness, which is kind of a privately owned cinema. They get big titles maybe a week or two after they come out in the cinema. They're showing The Force Awakens, and for Christmas I'm taking my dad, my mum, like the entire extended family down to see it. So I'll get to see it then. I just need to avoid spoilers for a week, which might be hard.
It's not so much I don't really give much of a shit about the Star Wars franchise, so if they just want to spoil it for me, go ahead. But at the same time, I want to sit down and just see what this movie is. This is the first time I'll be seeing a movie, well, critically aware, because I saw the first two, gave up by the time number 3 came out, in the cinema, but didn't think about stuff like this, but thanks to like an education through like podcasts like Talk Without Rhythm, and I think about films differently. Yeah,
you can get critical about certain, not even just like dialogue, you can get critical about the certain artistic aspects and even the videography and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would just now be able to sit down and break down the movie and figure out where I rank it in all the Star Wars movies, having now seen them all.
I know a few people that are rating it above 4, 5 and 6. They're loving this film 100%.
It's going to be like it. I'm just going to stand back and let the whole internet explode.
Yeah.
Although I did get to laugh my ass off at one of Rooster Teeth's things that they did, where they have a massive fan called Blaine, who's a producer now. Started as like an intern to be working his way up, but has always been a massive Star Wars fan. And they tricked him into thinking he was going to a screening 4 days before in Austin. Just for kind of like social media influencers, which is a new thing that's coming out. It's a thing that you can hear about every now and again, and it's going to be one of those generational gap terms where it's like, did you hear about this social media influencer called so and so? And someone's gonna be thinking, wait, what the hell is a social media influencer? Yeah. But it's something that will make sense to, I think, people maybe our age and younger definitely, but then maybe like people in their 30s will be thinking, what the fuck is a social media influencer? It's basically someone with hundreds of thousands of millions of followers on a social media platform. It's someone who, if they say, I'm going to go see this film, you think, I might go see that film too.
That might be worth a watch.
Yeah. So they convinced him that he was going to get into this screening, and it was a prank. It was an absolutely beautiful prank.
Evil prank, but it sounds like it'd be funny.
Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful to see. Just it got a little real at the end where he just crashes and it hits him that, you know, this was all recorded and people are going to see all of it later on. Fucking funny though. Yeah. But the Star Wars thing, we're going to let it hit peak intensity and then just stand back a little bit and then go see it.
Because I know there have been certain complaints I've heard from managers of cinemas up and down the country, particularly in Scotland, that motherfuckers Star Wars fans need to bathe. Because my brother and his friend went to see it on Wednesday night. They said it was a great film, fantastic film, but upon going outside for a cigarette, my brother got talking to the manager. The manager said, hope you enjoyed the film. Please come back next time. You're more than welcome to, blah, blah, blah. Just trying to get more sales going. Just being a friendly, good manager.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, Grant said, it did smell a bit though, didn't it? And she went, yeah, fucking Star Wars fans need to bathe. If you're going to sit outside for 6+ hours waiting on a film to come in, pack deodorant. Or if you're going to come straight from work, go for a shower first. Just common courtesy.
This is not a unique problem to Star Wars fans. I've heard it referred to as gamer funk before.
Yeah. As someone who's went to a few Smash Bros tournaments in Glasgow and in Edinburgh, gamer funk is a problem. A real problem.
All it is, guys, and if you're listening and this is affecting you, just maybe take a shower. Yeah. Take a shower, take a roll on deodorant, spray on deodorant, whatever.
Or even just something as simple as have a little bottle of aftershave with you and just spritz yourself every so often. Freshen yourself up a bit.
Yeah, and if you're doing, we do a lot of random things where it's like, we're going to play games for like 12 hours or something like that. Open a window.
Yeah, it's going to get funky now.
It's not going to solve every problem, but at the same time, it'll help a little bit.
Cumulative power of about 12+ nerds farting is just going to build and build until the room is just thick with a green fog.
Yeah, it's the fart, it's the sweat, it's just the general stank sitting in the air.
General funk.
It ain't good. But yeah, gamer funk now affecting Star Wars screenings is pretty much what I expected to hear about.
I just quite like the image of this one girl just going, fucking Star Wars fans. She's sitting there with a mask over her face, just spraying everybody with Febreze, like, bathe, you smelly motherfuckers.
I wonder how much you can do to affect that, because I know you can't. If you went up to like a Magic the Gathering tournament and just started spraying people with deodorant, I reckon you'd get in some shit for it.
Yeah.
I don't
Although there
think
are
you can
people
get away
in I watch a YouTuber called Beatdown Boogie who does all these cosplay, not cosplay videos, convention videos.
Uh-huh.
And it'll just be him taking shots of people doing poses in their costumes, but he'll do it taking music. They're beautifully shot videos, really, really technical videos. And there was one cosplay in that from, I think it was Dragon Con or KatsuCon. And it was just this guy called Captain Deodorant, and he walked about with tins of Axe deodorant, because it's in America, just spraying people. And he said, "Oh, you want aftershave?" And he had a tool bag just full of different aftershaves. This guy was saving this convention. He was getting followed by every single female going, "This guy reeks. Smell it. Spray him. Spray this motherfucker."
Actually, Axe for us is Lynx.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one of like, I've heard about it, and I'm like, surely if it's such a big thing, I'd have heard about it over here, but we don't hear about it because it's called Lynx.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's just if you want to smell like a 12-year-old going to a disco, want to impress his 12-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah, you gotta love that smell. You gotta love that gym room smell of Lynx Africa.
Yeah.
I'll be damned if that wasn't just the smell of high school.
Yeah. What I didn't get was it was quite strong. Like Lynx, because you can get antiperspirant, which was just it would last longer and keep you from sweating as much, or you could get the just straight solvent version.
Yeah.
That shit was strong. I would just put like half a spritz on, and that'd be me reeking of the stuff right there. I know people that caked themselves in this after pee.
Oh,
Just sit there like spray one armpit, and 5 seconds later spray the other armpit, and they're just walking about with reeking of Lynx Africa.
And yet, I want to challenge people to find out, what did that smell like? Without buying it, without figuring out, like googling it, what did Lynx Africa smell of? Fucking nothing. It just smelled like a smell that you had for high school. And
Yeah.
no one could quite figure it out. Like if you turn and say, "Oh, it's this aftershave," it has like the smell of burnt wood, a little bit just kind of the ash smell like that. Ooh, that's very nice. A bit of cinnamon in there. Oh, very nice. And then you turn and say, "What does Lynx Africa smell of?" And you go, "Chemicals, puberty, sweat and
clubs.
anxiety." Yeah,
Youth clubs, that kind of crap.
a 45-minute game of soccer. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, as much as we're moaning about Lynx, I have went back to it because traditional deodorants are not doing it for me anymore.
Right.
Like, you know how you get your Right Guards and your Nivea for Men that are saying this is the best sweat busting experience? They're all bullshit. Like, I spray this Nivea for Men shit on, it's meant to be 48-hour odor protection. Like 48 minutes later I'm sweating, and there's like massive sweat patches. But with Lynx, it kind of lasts a bit longer, so they're earning my respect, and it's a lot cheaper.
My thing right now is Sure for Men. There's a can of it sitting right there, and it works for me. Admittedly, nothing is going to withstand the sheer rivers of sweat that I exist in. I mean, right now it's winter, so everyone has cranked all their heating up to the full. I've cut off my radiator, I've opened up the windows, I'm trying to just vent heat out of my body. I'm in shorts and t-shirts. I walked to work the other day, it's 3 miles to go there and then like 3 miles back roughly. Did that in shorts and t-shirts as well, in like the pitch black, because obviously now we have like 5 hours of sunlight. Yeah. And I'm just over sweating and everything. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I get that at college as well, because recently everyone, as you've said, everyone's wrapping up warm, getting the scarves, hats and gloves out. I'm walking to college wearing my rugby, well, not my rugby shorts that I play games in, but my travelling shorts for rugby, and just a light cotton t-shirt. Walking in, people are like, "You know freezing?" I'm like, "No, I am comfortable. I am peak level awesome right now."
Well, the thing is for me is I'm also comfortable in shorts, t-shirts and the cold, and then it takes like just a little bit of heat to just change that up to uncomfortable. It's not at the point where I had dinner last night and was sweating.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's a problem. I'm not entirely sure. I might be shutting down in more ways than just the shoulder. This might be a serious problem. Yeah. But at the same time, like, it just takes a hot meal, and I'm like, "Oh, is it warm in here?"
Yeah. Everyone else is like, "It's soup. Why are you sweating so much?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, it's warm in here."
Pasta and cheese, and metabolism is just burning up right now. And just
turn the fan on. I'm sweating.
Oh, I'd kill for a fan right now. It'd be awesome. I wonder if you can get like an outdoor fan, so you attach it to the window, it hangs out and just blasts air into your room. Because that's part of the problem, is when it gets really warm in the summer, air just drops, there's no movement, there's no flow.
Yeah, everything's very still.
Yeah, it's all static, and there's that kind of smog. You kind of feel like everything just kind of is hanging in the air and nothing's moving. So if you could create a fan to hang at a window and blast air into the window.
So this is why I'm a winter child. I prefer the colder weather, because winter respects you. It gets to a certain degree. It's like, right, you're going to have to wrap up warm. That's fine. You can always put on more clothes to heat up in the winter. Summer has no such fucking qualms about that. You cannot get more, like, take off less clothes to become more naked. As soon as you get to a certain level, that's you. Heat does not fuck around. Yeah. You're just sitting there clammy as hell, fanning yourself with whatever book you have next to you, with ice cubes all down your face to keep yourself cool.
Some people work out to, like, be beach body ready. I work out just to not drop dead during the summers, because it's a really good way of doing it, is to lower your mass, take away all the fat wrapping on the outside. and you just leave a skeletal remain of muscle and just hope that that's enough to cool you down.
Yeah, I find because
never works though.
Yeah, I find because I'm quite a sweaty individual anyway. I sweat like walking up and down the stairs. Just I don't know. I'm a profuse sweater. During the summer, I lose weight like ridiculously quickly. Like, I go for a jog, I come back, oh fuck, there's a stone. I'm a stone later. Where the hell did that happen? Then you take off your underarm or whatever the hell you're wearing. It's like, oh fuck, there it is. It's just a stone's worth of sweat.
Yeah, but the important thing is that you shower and
proper fucking hygiene. I cannot stress this enough. One of the guys that I coach at the rugby does not fucking shower. We'll play a game. I'm sitting there like drying my hair after the game or something, like telling myself off, and he's like sitting there scraping mud off his knee. He said, "Right, you can go for a shower, mate. In fact, I'm going to ask you to go for a shower because, quite frankly, you're a bit reeking." So no, just get a shower at the house. He told me you don't have a shower at your house. Yeah. Go for a shower here.
Fight the stank, kids.
Yeah, fight the stank. Hashtag fight the stank.
Fight the stank before you fight the Sith. Yeah,
exactly.
Nailed it.
Just so I can.
Sounds like we can smash
back.
them, bro.
Yeah, we can smash them. Going back to this.
Did that segue twice now, motherfucker?
Yeah. I was trying to segue from Bayonetta because I know Lindsay Elise. I remember hearing something about her planning a Bayonetta, which I'd be all for.
Yes, please.
Yes, her and her looking like a librarian would be fine with the short black hair and the glasses and a little mole. I'd be all for that.
Yeah, totally fine with it.
Yeah. The only problem is she's not as freakishly tall as Bayonetta is. Bayonetta's about 12 foot and it's all on her legs.
Yeah. No one's as tall as that though. I mean, pretty sure I've heard her referred to as like a giraffe lady.
Yeah. Although they've actually shrunk her down for Smash Bros. Because what me and Colin are being alluded to, what we are alluding to is...
Sounds like we can smash them, bro.
Yes, we can smash them. The final presentation for Smash Bros. 4 was released, I want to say, Tuesday night at 10 o'clock.
Remember, it's a Japanese company, so they don't give a shit about UK times.
Yeah, I didn't mind, I was up anyway. And I watched the whole thing. It was pretty good, not much shown that surprised me. I knew they were going to add in another character, another sword fighter apart from Cloud. I wanted it to be someone that we hadn't really seen before, like, well, one of my personal games from the Game Boy Advance era, a game called Golden Sun, you play as a character called Isaac. He's a sword wielder, but he can use magic called Psi Energy. Mm-hmm. And that can be infused with different elements, so he could summon a giant rock titan from the ground using his Earth Psi Energy, but in doing so he would use up these creatures called Jinn, and they basically sacrifice themselves to give you extra powers and stuff. It's a pretty cool game. Not really heard much of it so far. I thought they might have brought him back just like, remember this guy? He's going to be in the game now. But no, they released a character called Corrin, who's the protagonist of the new Fire Emblem game, Fire Emblem Fates. A lot of people are pissed off about it, but I don't really care. I like Fire Emblem. The more Fire Emblem characters, the better. I'm quite frankly okay with it. This takes up the number of Fire Emblem characters to 8 if you count Robin's both male and female variations.
Okay.
And Corrin has the same because it's meant to be the player, so you can change it from male to female. To be honest, I'm not really going to gripe about it because he's different enough from the other characters to make him unique.
Wait, did you see he was the antagonist?
Protagonist.
Oh, he's the protagonist. No, I thought it says the antagonist. Like, you choose one gender and the other, the computer runs the game with the antagonist being the other gender, just to fuck with you.
Just to piss you off. Like, that's how Pokemon did it. Now that I think about it. In the later games, if you went male, your rival would always be female.
Interesting.
It was always pretty good. That's one thing that Pokemon games did really well, but they got kind of crappy as they developed onward.
Yeah, all Pokemon games and stuff just get a little bit nuts towards the end, especially the newer stuff. They just make it up more so than any kind of other science fiction, I suppose, or anime property.
Yeah, I think at present they are about 1,000 Pokemon in it. It's just getting nuts.
It's like they made the originals, and now I saw this due to something we're going to talk about later, but there's like another level of evolution. Because why not just go full Dragon Ball Z, although they have nothing on Digimon. Yeah,
Digimon go fucking mental with that stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
There's like Mega Evolutions in X and Y. Mm-hmm. Yeah, where they had the Mega Stones and there was some weird transformation sequence.
But it's based on Trust. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. The Power of the Heart, all that crap.
Smash Bros.
Yeah. So going back to Corrin, his moveset is kind of weird because the character himself can transform into a dragon. He's a creature called a Maniket, which through the use of a Dragon Stone, he can transform into a dragon. It's pretty cool. They're really, really ridiculously strong characters in the game, but they're very squishy.
Okay, glass hammers.
Yeah, glass cannons, glass hammers. Their max health is about 80, right. And the max health of a lord, max health of say a lord or a fighter class is about 120. So they're kind of squishy compared to other classes.
Right.
But all his moves either involve him turning into a dragon or doing area of effect attacks as a dragon. So I'm looking forward to playing as him. I'm kind of looking forward to playing as Bayonetta a bit more though, because people were really wanting Bayonetta in the game. Then when she was released, the internet ate itself.
Yeah, I did see the Twitter feed just suddenly go from, oh hey, I saw this thing, Bayonetta, and then just people going nuts.
She looks ridiculously quick. Just how quickly she can move and transition across the stage. She looks like a juggling character because she can hit you up in the air and then juggle you for 3 different moves, then do what's called a hard knockdown.
Right.
Which is where you get no chance of recovery. They hit you so hard you just fall straight to the floor. You have to wait about 3 seconds before you can regain your mobility. It's a pretty good technique to use, but I think Bayonetta, she has more tricks up her sleeve than just that, because she can stop time as well.
Oh shit.
Because that was in the game as well. Her dodging mechanic, because Platinum games do dodging mechanics really well, either through parrying or through dodging itself. And in the Bayonetta game, she would do this cartwheel, and she would enter a thing called Witch Time, and that would slow down the game, and you could do certain actions in that. There were certain puzzle-based elements to it as well, and they've incorporated that into Smash Bros. And Witch Time, it kind of acts like a counter. If they go to hit you, you dodge it the way quick enough, and depending on how quickly you dodge, there's more time left in Witch Time. But if you use it repeatedly, there's less time. So if you counter 5 times in a row using Witch Time, you'll start off at maybe 4 seconds, and it'll just keep going down till it's half a second. So it's pretty much useless. So you need to use it sparingly. And of course, she can use her guns and stuff, and she can transform into her like half butterfly formation to fly about the stage, and she can summon demon arms. And
she's half naked. Yeah.
Her ass is very, very prevalent in the entire thing.
Great advertising, Nintendo. That you're really the company that the kids are playing with nowadays.
Actually, I've heard that this is going to raise the game to an M rating.
Oh really?
Yeah, just because of Bayonetta's ass.
That's impressive. That's the ass that broke the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. Because that
Kim
means
Kardashian.
Screw Kim Kardashian. That means we might actually get to see a bit of blood in a Smash Bros. Game.
So that is a DLC for the game that's currently out, yes?
Yeah, that's DLC for Smash Bros. 4 for 3DS and Wii U. And we can expect Corrin and Bayonetta on February something 2016.
That's strange that a DLC can raise the age rating for a game.
Yeah, it's just because Bayonetta is seen as being quite risque, even though Zero Suit Samus is basically wearing a skin tight suit, and one of her prone positions is she crawls about on her hands and knees.
But she's also blue.
Yeah, she's covered in...
Whereas Bayonetta is just a naked woman.
Pretty much, yeah.
Interesting. I just hadn't really considered the fact that the age of the game could increase, because now how do you stop someone who's younger going and buying that at the till and then upgrading through DLC to the M rating?
No, I think if they ever do a complete version, they'd have to raise the age rating. But right now, I think it could raise the age rating, is what I'm trying to say. But as it is just now, it won't.
It's weird to see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, next piece of game news, probably the biggest piece of the week. Kojima's contract with Konami ended. Now we knew this was going to happen about December 15th, 16th. Yeah. Because that's just when it was, everyone knew, like, it was a legal document, people knew about the contract ending. Yeah. And basically the same day, Kojima sits down to announce his foundation of a new studio, which is independent, Kojima Productions. That was his title of studio with Konami, but they changed the name of the studio to Konami LA, and then shuttered that production entirely. So the name is still also it's his name.
Yeah, they can't copyright his name.
Yeah, they could try. They probably have.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
Konami probably have tried to limit him in some way.
They've limited him every step of the way so far.
Yeah.
I mean, as well, one thing that was noted as well was that obviously PlayStation had PSX, which is our PlayStation Experience, a big convention, all about them. Here's everything we're working on. Here's all their new stuff. It's for consumers, and obviously you can get investors in the door and just have a look around and see what they're up to. They could not bring him on stage, which would have been a great thing. The idea of the mic drop is pretty big right now in kind of games media, where you have your convention, oh, we're doing this, and here's this game, and here's a developer we're working with, but at the end you save something, a last silver bullet in the chamber, and say, and joining us on stage, Hideo Kojima, and then, wait, what? And then the kind of mic drop moments are
then everyone
becoming more popular.
Goes mental, goes, holy shit, he's working with Sony now.
The chosen one!
We're going to get good games.
But yeah, he's remaining an indie dev, technically, although I don't think any indie dev so far will ever command as much power and money as Kojima. But his first title is going to be a PlayStation exclusive.
Understandable.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
So you could see the just sheer look of joy on the PlayStation CEO's face.
Yeah, that was the look of, finally, you're in my corner, Kojima Senpai.
Yeah, it was really, really funny to see the look in the guy's face. I mean, that's a guy who's already won. There's a couple... It's strange. The interview that people keep referencing now is months old, where the head of Microsoft said, we're not... Or the head of the Xbox kind of group within Microsoft said, we're not winning this year's console generation. Yeah. We're going to stop referring to sales figures, because it's now almost at the point where PlayStation 4 has doubled Xbox One.
Yeah.
And they said there's no much point in us banging on about numbers because every time we talk about a number, PlayStation just prints an ad saying we have double that.
Yeah.
You want to talk about players? We've got players. So now Microsoft talks about Xbox Live numbers. How many active players? How many people don't just have an Xbox in their home? How many people play it on a regular basis?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's the Sony side has won this year's console war with a better console. Maybe not the best lineup of games, but you know,
maybe not the best online experience either.
Yeah. But they are now just turning around and saying, oh, by the way, also Kojima. Ta-da!
Yeah. just cementing that with it over the line, but they're building a wall over the line so no one else can get over. It's like we've fucking won here. I'm just looking forward to seeing what he does with PlayStation, because obviously he can't do the games that I'm expecting, like Zone of the Enders and Lunar Nights and maybe another Metal Gear. He can't physically do them. They're Konami productions. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does off the back of those.
Konami has a planned Metal Gear game. No one knows how it's going to go. Nobody wants to know how it's going to go just yet. 5 is still there. 5 is still good.
Yeah.
Leave it at 5.
I actually finished 5 recently.
Yeah.
One of my favourite characters in the game has a fantastic send-off, and I can understand why a few people were crying playing this part of the game, because it's very, very sad. It kind of hits you right in the feels when you realise that this character is so romanticised Big Boss that she's willing to sacrifice herself for Big Boss. It gets kind of... Obviously I didn't cry because I'm a fucking man in that, eh?
Man, that. Manly man. Who man's the man, yeah. All the man.
I didn't cry, I punched the wall on man, like... Did not cry at the thing at all.
Remember, you get to shed one tear, one single manly tear.
Yeah. No, it was such a fantastic send off for that character. But then when the game properly ends, because that again, it was like Return of the King. There's 4 fucking endings that this thing could have had.
Yeah.
The final ending was really good. It sets up Metal Gear Solid 1 perfectly, because you've got 2 characters at the end that work with Big Boss, and they're saying, one of them says, "I will follow Big Boss to the end." The other one that says, "Fuck Big Boss, he betrayed me, the bastard." So they go on their own branching path and says, next time we meet, we will be enemies. And that sets up Metal Gear Solid 1. Or sorry, technically it'd be Metal Gear 1 and 2, then Metal Gear Solid.
Right.
So I'm kind of looking forward to see how they continue the story, but I'm not looking forward to playing a Metal Gear game without Kojima in it.
Yeah, it might have to make sense the first time around.
It needs that kind of spark of insanity that Kojima brings to these games with his weird and wonderful stories that he creates.
Yeah, so there's nothing that he can talk about yet for his game development, because this thing is going to take years. That's something a lot of people are pointing out. Yes, there is a new Kojima studio. He's working on a game already, but a Kojima game will take months and years and maybe multiple years. Like, we might not be playing this until late 2017.
Yeah.
At the earliest, he's got to start completely from scratch with a new. I mean, he's probably got ideas. Yeah. Something like in a notepad that he's been wanting to do for years and just...
Yeah, those kind of little... what used to be referred to me as post-it notes, post-it note ideas, when you've just got an idea. Oh, remember, I was going to try that thing. Fuck it, let's make that a game.
Yeah. So let's see what happens there. I'm interested. It might mean that I want to play a Kojima game, but I also want to play a Kojima game without playing 6 others.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like I can do that without
But the one thing I will say that they've done quite well is with the Metal Gear series, you don't really need to play the other games to get the titles, because if you play 1, obviously you're starting for the origin. The rest of the games make sense, but if you jump in straight at 2 or 3, the other games are explained to you anyway. So it's kind of new user friendly in that sense.
Right.
But it's done in such a way that you think, oh, that was pretty cool, I've heard about it, I'm going to go and play it now. It's done that way to kind of entice you into playing the previous titles.
Speaking of Japanese developers coming back almost from the dead or from nowhere, Studio Ghibli is teaming up with a Western director, which is strange because it's the first time it's ever been done by them in their company.
Yeah, they do kind of stick to their tried and true directors and producers. They keep it well and truly in house.
Yeah, they've done Western style stuff. Howl's Moving Castle is seen as being very Western.
Yeah.
But this is going to be Western director who is going to make their new film. He's going to make the new film, The Red Turtle. It's all going to be done in house, but it's just this is the first time they've had a Western director at the helm. Because Miyazaki, one of the founders, and Takahata have both handed in their final films and played them out, and everyone's kind of like, okay, well that's the studio kind of done. Yeah. Then they'll maybe do some stuff, but now we have a new film coming out. It obviously it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, Miyazaki films are always absolutely outstanding to watch. They're just so well drawn and animated.
But yeah, I saw that pop up on a timeline. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'll keep a close eye on that.
Studio Ghibli's coming back.
Yeah. Because I know a few people that say they do not like anime whatsoever, but they watch Miyazaki films because they seem like they could be absolutely beautifully produced live action films, but obviously with that animation they can introduce like cat people and talking cats and stuff like that. They seem like they could be beautiful live action films, but in making them animated you can add that extra, like, no, I don't want to say sense of wonder, but I'm kind of think, yeah, a little quirk,
something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, nice. I can't wait to see that.
More anime that I'm actually willing to watch. Speaking of which, I've actually caught up with a fairly new, well, I say fairly new anime, it is a brand spanking new anime. It's the only anime from the 2010s that we'll actually watch.
Right.
You've probably heard of it. It's an anime called One Punch Man.
Okay, here we go.
Yep. It's a good show. It's very, very funny show. It's a very, very trope heavy show because the main character is, as the title suggests, is One Punch Man. He can kill anything in a punch.
Yeah. Then I
it does get quite boring.
Part of it was just to turn around and say, look, if you have an all-powerful god character, what happens 10 years after 10 years of being a powerful god character?
Yeah, he just gets very bored and sits in his house eating soba noodles and being very, very depressed.
Seriously, he eats soba noodles?
Yeah, he's just in one of the scenes. He's just sitting watching TV, scratching his arse, just going, I wonder what I'll do today. Not hero stuff. I can't be fucked.
no need. I'll just let it build up and get it all at the end of the week.
It's like I said, it's a pretty good show. Well animated, well shot, all that crap. It's a very technically good show. The storyline is basically all about the main character Saitama trying to find that spark again. He's lost the will to be a hero because he obviously can kill everything in one punch. He's trying to find something that's worth his while. But in doing so, he takes on an apprentice called Genos, who's a demon cyborg thing. Well, he gets called the demon cyborg, but he's just an 18-year-old boy in a cyborg's body.
Right.
He's incredibly strong, but he gets his ass kicked constantly, which makes you kind of question why these other heroes are here. Why are we focusing on these other heroes if Saitama can just kill everything in one hit? The answer is because every episode would be 2 minutes long. Big bad appears, punch to the gut, the guy explodes, episode over.
This is one of the things where I heard about it from a friend when it was a manga form. Yeah. And someone was like, "Oh, they translated the manga for One Punch Man into English," and I said, "Oh, let me guess, he kills everything in one punch." I was like, I don't see the appeal of that, but okay, let's go with it and have him explain what the point is when everything dies in one hit. How does that make someone a hero? So it's never something that really appealed that much to me. However, if it's an anime form now, I imagine it's maybe a bit less intensive and a bit more interesting than reading a manga, which is supposed to be nuanced.
It's meant to be, I don't think it's meant to be as funny as it is. I think it's meant to be quite a serious thing, but obviously because the main character can just ping enemies across the planet and that's them dead. I mean, in one episode they take the piss out of Attack on Titan. This guy wants to be so strong, wants to be the strongest person on the planet. His brother creates a serum that turns him into the strongest being on the planet, but it makes him a Titan.
Right.
Then Saitama, who's like the size of a fly compared to this guy, basically runs up the side of him and says, "You're pretty strong, show me." Then he goes to punch him, sends him halfway across the planet. Then he flies back across. Well, I say fly, he can't fly. He's just so strong. He can catapult himself across entire cities.
It's the Hulk. He can't fly, but he can jump.
And he knocks him out in a single punch. Right. It's like, you've just introduced this giant Titan and he can be taken out by Saitama. This is going to be a good show.
With one punch.
This is going to be a good show. But
yeah. It seems like someone went to the trouble of making a kind of post-ironic anime, and I'm like, I don't need that. Fuck off, post-ironic nonsense.
Yeah, although there has already been a crossover with Dragon Ball Z, drawn by Akira Toriyama.
I did hear that was one of the first things they did with the manga was to turn around and say, look, you guys are going to make One Punch Man fight Goku, so we're just going to draw it and explain to you that One Punch Man kills things in one punch.
Although he can't kill Goku and Vegeta.
Really?
Yeah, his one punch power doesn't work on him. Like, he goes up to try and hit Vegeta square in the gut, and Vegeta kind of looks at the mark in his armour. He's like, pretty strong, he dented my armour. Then he hits Saitama back and sends him across an entire city.
See, this is the thing, is if they'd had it and just explained, it also works on Saiyans, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But now we're going to have the fucking debates and the conversation about Goku can do this and Goku can do that, but One Punch Man kills things in one punch, but how does that work with Goku's ability to do this?
I think it was just because he didn't want Goku and Vegeta to die that quickly. Just make it a good fight, make it his power hits them hard but doesn't kill them or something. I don't know, I didn't read the whole thing. But that was Toriyama's writing. Yeah, I didn't read the whole thing. I got bored halfway through, started thinking about other things. I don't see the purpose in One Punch Man, but if it's a good anime... Yeah, it's a fun show. In English? No subbed. Damn it. If you just suspend your disbelief... Of course you suspend your disbelief in most anime shows, but I'm not thinking the Catman is a real person when he shows up and tells people that they've got to go find the magical Dragon Balls. Yeah, just doubly suspend your disbelief in One Punch Man. It gets quite fun. Yeah. Oh, this is one thing that we didn't really cover last week because we had no information on it, but it is vaguely anime related.
was that Team 4 Star's videos got pulled off of YouTube thanks to a copyright strike by Toei Animation.
Yeah, I was always under the impression that they were fine with them. That they kind of considered everything they'd done was under fair use.
Yeah, but apparently not. And the videos got pulled last week. I went and checked last night. Strangely though, there's one episode that's up, episode 22. Okay. Everything else is gone, it seems. Don't know why. All the movies are down. They do a rundown every year of like something like the 24 Days of Dragon Ball.
Yeah. DBcember, I think they call it.
DBcember, yeah. And they're doing movies this year. Those are up. That's fine because it's commentary, I guess.
Yeah.
That's how that qualifies.
It's not them
fair use.
redoing the film, it's them talking about the film, which is allowed.
Yeah, I don't know what it is that's got Toei Animation all pissed off and caused them to pull it. So if you're looking for Team 4 Stars Dragon Ball Z Abridged, go to the website. Yeah. It's all up there. I don't think it'd be harder for them to fight, or Toei Animation would have to fight harder to get the website shut down entirely than it would be for them to just say YouTube copyright flag. Yeah. So that's happened. I'm kind of waiting to see what happens with that one. Yeah. Strange. Don't like it.
It's happened before. Funimation have pulled it off and said, look, we won't use any of your... I think they're allowed to use the opening song.
Right.
Because I think they've cleared that with the artist itself. Because I remember reading something about that a while ago, but I think they might have accidentally used a song from the show, and that's what's caused the copyright to flag up. Yeah. Although, it could be any number of things. I wouldn't really like to speculate in case I'm wrong. It's
serious legal proceedings.
Yeah.
But it's strange with, half the guys are on the Funimation. They've done a dub with Funimation for, I think, some of them appear in Battle of the Gods.
Yeah, a couple of just did bit parts in Battle of the Gods, and there was Ghost Nappa appearing in Dragon Ball Xenoverse, which I need to talk to you about Xenoverse, by the way.
Okay.
But we'll wrap up
off mic or?
No, on mic, definitely
on mic. Okay. But yeah, it was just strange to think that they have a working relationship professionally with these guys, but this passion project of theirs is getting flagged up. Yeah. And the thing is, they don't make money off the actual episodes. No. They make money off merchandising. Yeah. I mean, I just gave you a T-shirt with Vegeta being adorable. Yeah. Which is a line from the show. So I mean, there is merchandising there. Is it a money issue? Is it a copyright issue? Or are they just flagging it for something else?
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, if they're using their images unfairly, then there's hundreds of people that make an unlicensed merchandise to get their entire websites pulled down. I mean, Philip DeFranco, with his website, For Human Peoples, which is all his merchandise, he doesn't have anything that's specifically Phil DeFranco. It's other images that he's seen, he's put his name to it. Right. So he makes a Harley Quinn set of a pair of leggings that have got the kind of Harley Quinn diamond design on it. Does that mean he's now liable to DC, or does this come under fair use and like just personal use and all that crap?
This seems like one of those things that I'd be really interested in hearing about. Yeah. But I get the feeling we're never going to hear about it.
No, it'll get fixed, or I think the only reason it would go public is if it can't be fixed, and then people get really, really vocal about it. In that case, I think it may come to the public. But I think they'll probably just say, look, you need to kick back something else because you're getting all this money from our designs. It's not working, or something to that effect.
All of their drawings, while stylized to be somewhat like Dragon Ball Z, are their own artwork. Yeah. It's based on character designs that have been tweaked, and I reckon that might be where the fight might come down to is we've created our own thing relative to yours, but still our own thing. Yeah. I don't know if it can't be. I want to know. I want to know sitting here going, why is this?
Yeah, but I'll pay close attention to this because Team 4 Star is one of the few reasons that I go on YouTube nowadays. Yeah. A lot of YouTube's content is taking a dip. I mean, I'd no longer subscribe to Markiplier, Freddie W, because, well, he's leaving YouTube for a company in China, I think.
Really?
Yeah. He's wrapping up his YouTube stuff and he's moving. I don't think he's moving over to China, but he's going to be working with a company in China. There's somebody else that's leaving YouTube, and it was quite a big name, but for the life of me, I can't remember.
Well, enough these. He changed it a while back to be Rocket Jump.
Yeah, Rocket Jump Productions.
Yeah,
which is his own little development team.
Yeah, and he just realised, he said it was weird that there was my name on the company where 10, 15, 20 people work. Yeah, it's not really me anymore. It's a bunch of people that I work with, so it was unfair to call it Freddie Wong. Yeah.
That's going to bug me. There was another big name YouTuber that was leaving, and they were taking a whole load of people with them, but I can't remember fucking for the life of me who it was. It's going to bug me. If I remember, I'll put it up on Twitter. And if you want to reach us on Twitter, at Gibberpish.
What he's forgotten.
Yeah. Remind me of what I've forgotten at Gibberpish on Twitter or at gibberpish@outlook.com. Drop me a message, say, you FUD, this guy's leaving YouTube. How do you not remember this?
Yeah. So, you want to talk Dragon Ball Xenoverse?
Yeah. Game is dumb as shit.
Yep, we knew that.
The controls are repetitive. The camera is fucking weird. Because if you do your high speed fly instead of just your dash, and you close in an enemy, the camera spins round you very, very quickly, disorientates the hell out of you, and all fights can be won by just hitting square 4 times, then using one of your beam moves.
Right.
All games can be won that quickly. It's a very, very repetitive and quite frankly bad game.
I did look at the story and I went, that's so dumb. Time travel in Dragon Ball Z. We gave Trunks a pass because occasionally he was cool, but then it was either really dumb what he said or what his reasoning for shit was. But yeah, it's if you don't like Xenoverse, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, not that great a game.
The control scheme was pretty bad
Yeah.
to handle. I mean, my favourite video of, I think they were still Inside Gaming at this point, they might have been shifted to Funhouse, but it was those guys playing it and they couldn't figure it. It's mentioned once is how you go through portals that are hanging in the sky to take you to different areas. They mentioned it once and they had no fucking clue and it never worked for them.
No.
So they just got outraged at it and quit. And I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you guys. It was that
understandable.
dumb. So you disapprove of
I highly disapprove. And the fact is, if you go a Saiyan class, which I did, because obviously Dragon Ball Z fan all my life, I've always wanted to be a Saiyan. No guy who's watched Dragon Ball Z thinks, no, I want to be a Frieza race. People either want to be a Namekian, a human from Dragon Ball Z, or a Saiyan.
Yeah, I don't know who the Frieza race was for, other than people doing it for the lols, but
yeah,
not anybody's real pick, I think.
Yeah, although a few people done it just so they could make their own version of Frieza cooler, with a lot of shoulder spikes for the Frieza race. It looks very, very shitty.
Yeah,
not a fan of them. But they say that if you go a Saiyan, you can get the ability to go Super Saiyan. But to go Super Saiyan, you have to fight every single other Super Saiyan. We're talking Goku, and every time you drain 1 life bar, he changes from Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and if you've got the DLC, 4 to God.
Oh, they put God in the DLC?
Yeah, so you've got to fight all these forms of Goku. Then Vegeta appears, then Gohan, then Trunks, then Goten, then Gotenks, then Vegito, then Gogeta, then Broly. At this point, after you've beaten all the Super Saiyans, you're just like, is it worth it at all? It isn't. Super Saiyan lasts about 5 minutes, like not even 5 minutes, it lasts about a minute. And by the time you get close enough to do them, because as soon as you go Super Saiyan, every enemy runs away from you. Right. You can't get close enough to do any damage. You have to sit there and charge your energy to get enough energy to go back into Super Saiyan, at which point you have no energy at all to do any beam attacks because it doubles the power of your beam attacks. You've got to charge up your energy again, and by the time you do that, you've lost Super Saiyan. So at this point, I'm like, fuck you. Controller thrown away.
Yeah. That sounds weird. I played the Mechian because...
Yeah, it's Piccolo.
It's Piccolo and I like being 8 foot tall.
Yeah. I went for the small Saiyan, and my master was Vegeta, who berates you if you fail.
Nice.
If you fail, he goes, "What? This is your best. I chose you for my apprentice. I chose wrong." He just makes fun of you constantly.
I get Piccolo, who just shows up and goes, "You're an idiot," and then occasionally you get a "good job, kid." Yeah. That's it.
If you get an A rank or an S rank with Vegeta, he goes, "You can still do better." I'm like, I can't physically do better. I have an S plus.
I remember when you hit S rank on with Piccolo as your master, he tells you, "Remember how that felt. Now do it again." And you're like, "Yep, that's Piccolo."
Yeah, you can get behind that, but Vegeta just goes, "Do better."
Yeah. Try harder, noob.
Yeah, and if you wear, obviously I'm wearing Saiyan armor in the game. I started off with Raditz armor. I was playing with that for a bit. Then I got the Turles armor. He makes fun of you depending on what armor you're wearing. It's like, "Oh, you're wearing Raditz's armor. You must be weak like Raditz. You suck like Raditz." Then you change your armor, you're like Turles. He was basically using drugs to get as strong as you was. You're weak. So I'm going to go up to him wearing the Goku karate gi and see what he says to that.
Oh, he's going to flip his shit. I can tell you right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we figured it out. I mean, this was like a weird... We figured out this weird conspiracy theory that we had for ages looking at the Revival of F poster where you had Goku and Vegito with the symbol on the shoulder that we couldn't explain. And I remember it being Whiz's symbol. I wonder he just penned it on with a Sharpie marker.
Yeah. He was that quick he could write it on their armor when they were trying to fight them. And
they didn't even notice. But yeah, I was wondering if that's available there. If they did God DLC.
Yeah, you can get Golden Frieza, what is now called Super Saiyan Blue, not Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
Right.
You can get that as a kind of cosmetic wig, and you can get that as a form for Goku and Vegeta, and you can get their costumes from the movie as well.
Awesome.
It's pretty cool. But
it's
every
so
single fucker
geeky.
has it.
Yeah, it's so nuanced and geeky, but at the same time, like, we're shitting all over the game, but going, it'd be really cool to just see it in the game, though, because it is a good looking game.
Yeah, a fantastic looking game. It just needs to play better.
Yeah, having a better control scheme would probably save that game, and it's a strange thing where it might just be it's not tailored to us. Some kid might just be like, this is the best control scheme I've ever played with.
I'd call myself a seasoned fighting game player.
Yeah.
And it's not got the tightest controls for a fighting game for me.
Yeah, and you do enjoy them because you just got a text during the show that I think we're gonna bleep out. I think we'll play the technical music, but it was an invite to Street Fighter 5
open beta. Yep.
This podcast in danger of getting cut very, very short.
Yeah.
So we'll quickly rattle on to the next thing, and I think we can go Florida versus Japan.
Yeah,
we're in a Japan trend. I mean, we had gaming. We had, the main stories from Kojima being joining PlayStation. By the way, we were talking about this off mic. I think it was messages back and forward. But we actually said it'd be more obvious from going to Microsoft because they just kind of buy studios and just let them run.
Yeah.
One major part of Kojima moving to Sony or PlayStation was that it would allow him to stay in Tokyo. Yeah. And he just wants to be in Tokyo.
Yeah, I suppose that's where his friends and probably his family are as well.
He's established there more than anything else.
He's comfortable in Tokyo.
You wouldn't ask someone to move across the map.
Yeah. I mean, if the more comfortable Kojima is, the better games that he's going to make. It's going to be good no matter where he goes.
Yeah.
But he's more comfortable in Tokyo. Why uproot him? Why move him?
So yeah, Florida versus Japan. I think I'll go first because my story feels a little weak, but it is very funny because I'll get to show you pictures of it right now.
Yeah, I have pictures as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
as usual, we'll post this up on the Twitter as well.
Although we're not very good at that.
Yeah, we never keep a consistent schedule.
I'll maybe just tweet this right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a man from the subreddit of What the Fuck Florida, which is pretty good. WTF_Florida, if you're looking for it on Reddit. And this guy says he runs a carpet cleaning service and happened to be called out to a house. And over the house, over the road, was a bright red house. And he asked questions because this is a nice neighbourhood. We're talking money, son. Houses ranging roughly about the millions. So this is in Orlando, and he is basically called over, sees the house over the road and asks what the hell went on. And it turns out the owner who used to live there had a bit of a beef with the homeowners association, which is also just people who apparently just bully you into making your house look nice. He had a bit of a trashy garden, which wasn't like great, and he was backlogged about a year worth of payment. They were putting pressure on him to, pay up or fuck off, or the house would be reclaimed by the bank. And when he was given the eviction notice, on the last day of being in the house, him and his 7 kids decided to just fucking destroy the place. They spray painted the house red, which is strange. Like, there's no way they did this with aerosol cans. This is like a spray job with like a
proper
pump.
Spray gun. Just like one of the air compressed car spray guns.
It's a big house. We'll definitely be showing you this one, but it's like the entire front of this house is red, and I really like that. Although the front of the house is red, it's all red from the front. So if you take a couple steps to the left, all the stuff like the 3D of that is still the original cream colour of the house. And it's just the entire house is just red. They spray painted the windows black from the inside. So you have like the nice framing, the nice veneer on the outside, but then it's just black. You can't see into it. He also apparently... They trashed the air conditioning unit. They trashed for Florida for some reason they have a heated pool. They trashed the heater for that, and pulled all the wood paneling off the side of the house for like the kind of skirting. They just wrecked the place, and it's basically that's his leaving middle finger to the homeowners association of the neighborhood. So yeah, that's what Florida did this week.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I think you might have got me beaten.
Do you want to see the pictures?
Yeah, sure. Technical interlude here.
So that's Florida's contribution to today's discussion. Tell me, good sir, what has Japan done?
Well, this week Japan done nothing.
Lazy bastards.
Lazy bastards. So I'm subbing in China from the bench of Asian nations.
Again, this is the second time China have been called up to do their national duty for Japan.
For weird shit.
Yeah.
I begin by asking you a question, Colin. How much do you love cake?
I like a good cake every now and again.
Like a good cake. How much do you like free cake?
Free cake is good, but I'm already suspicious given what this segment is.
Would you eat cake if it screamed at you while you were eating it?
I'm a sadist, so yes. Yeah, yes, I would. I'm a very fucked up individual. I would do that just to say I ate a cake and it screamed at me and I kept eating cake.
Okay. A Belgian-born Chinese woman owns a bakery, and it doesn't say in the article. Well, it says it in 1905 Cultural and Creative Park in Shenyang, China. She made a cake that was in the shape of a human body. It kind of looks like the Aaron's Titan form from Attack on Titan.
Okay.
The cake itself looks like that. And as they walk in, the cake looks like this.
Okay.
You can see the head at the top of the cake. That is a real person's head. And every time they cut a piece of the cake, this guy screams at the top of his lungs.
That's awesome.
There's a video to go with it, which I've tweeted this up on Facebook. And look at the guy's face.
Holy crap, that's a demonic face from the bowels of hell.
Well, that's not the worst thing. So there was flyers posted up all around Shenyang in China.
Right.
Kids were there.
Come and take a piece of the cake.
Free cake, come to this bakery in Shenyang in Cultural and Creative Park, 1905. Come to this place. Kids showed up, parents, people just went for every kind of person you can think. Elderly people there, every kind of person you can think of was there. Every time someone cut a cake, he proceeded to go, and at one point went, don't do that! So they went to cut his arm, because it's like a full body cake. So one person ran out of the place screaming because this guy would not stop screaming every time they went to cut a piece of cake.
Holy crap, that's free marketing for that place though. I mean, everybody's going to be asking, so when are you doing the free cake thing again?
Yeah, and the final tagline on the story is, that's just the way the cookie's been scored out, and replaced with cake. Instead of crumble, it says bleeds. So instead of saying that's how the cookie crumbles, it says that's how the cake bleeds.
That's fucking horrific. You human cake that's an art piece gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, but over 375 people showed up, and instead of having to represent the organs, it was filled with strawberry jam. So whenever you cut a piece of the cake, jam would ooze out to represent blood.
No, that's... I mean,
people ate the entire fucking cake with this guy screaming at the top of his lungs over the top of it.
Hats off to them for the best marketing scheme I've heard in the last couple of weeks, but damn son, that was really, really pushing it.
Yeah.
I think cake person wins at this time. I don't think smashing up a house quite compares to we made a person sit and be cake that screamed at people for hours. How desperate must that get? That's a student.
Yeah, that's got to be
a student who did that.
An arts or media studies student who's really, really struggling to pay his rent.
Holy crap! Yeah, yeah. I think you may have got me beat. So yeah, we were talking earlier about Pokemon and Digimon.
Yeah. And
I was saying that I'd watched something, and it was the season finale of Death Battle for this year. They are starting up again in March, but thought they'd round up this season of the show.
Is that out, the final episode? The Pokemon versus Digimon?
Yep, it was out. It came out this morning for us, overnight, I guess, maybe something like that. But yeah, Digimon versus Pokemon. I think it's Agumon or something like that. One of the main characters from the show.
The little dinosaur-looking thing.
Yeah.
Agumon, yeah.
Yeah, Agumon and versus Charizard, which is it's the full form of. It's not Charmander. It's not.
It goes Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. So it's the final evolution.
Yeah. So they had a discussion about who would win, and as we were talking about earlier, like the scale of evolution goes off the fucking charts.
Yeah.
And I now feel old because I missed some shit.
Yeah.
Mostly with it being they had just found Charizard, and made that a thing when I stopped watching Pokemon, and then suddenly it's like, oh, by the way, here's a new form, and also it's blue. That idea, obviously, that the flame gets hotter.
Yeah.
Therefore, he's blue, but also has flames coming out the side of his head.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get that at all. Like, not even like horns, but like out the side of his mouth.
Yeah, he's got flames coming out of his mouth. Apparently, it's just the flame is coming out of every part of his body.
Flaming asshole.
Yeah. Flaming farts just burns an entire building down.
But yeah, they went through all the stats, and obviously because Pokemon's a kid show, you think Pokemon are huge. I'm bigger than Charizard's final form. In weight, I think he's got me in height, but I think I'm heavier than him, which is quite just a little thing.
You're heavier than a giant blue and black dragon.
I'm heavier than a dragon. I'm okay with that. But yeah, they were talking about just random stats to come up, and it seems fine. You're like, well, it's quite an impressive little kind of leap of scale and stuff like that. But then they get to Digimon, and I'm like, I'm so glad I missed this, because it goes from like evolution, just kind of like the thing gets bigger, and then suddenly, because the way that the Digimon world works, it instantly switches to Mecha Digimon.
Yeah, it goes weird. It starts off as a kind of, this is the natural evolution, and all of a sudden you can give it robotic parts and it'll become a giant robot demon. Or you can not feed it and starve it, and then it becomes a giant skeletal version of it. I
think that was a mistake or something. They were talking about that because they did reference the fact that at one point, like, it's the master's choice, or the kind of like the controller's power. He pushes the Digimon up the next level.
Yeah. And
they were talking about the fact that at one point they pushed it too hard, and the skeleton of because it was Agumon and Greymon or something like that.
Yeah, then there's War Greymon, then there's Mecha War Greymon or something.
And it was the one with the skeleton's called Rampage, and it's a mistake because he kept trying to push him up and he wasn't ready for it. and he did evolve, but it was a kind of drastic evolution into like a weird insanity thing.
Yeah.
As I was watching it, going, holy crap, this got nuts. Like, he goes really quick. He goes from like Agumon, which is like a little 3-foot dinosaur that can talk and think on its own.
He's kind of like a yellow Yoshi. That's how I've always looked at him.
And then it goes from that to like a 2-story tall fucking dinosaur.
Yeah.
Like, it's a T-Rex, but also it has proper sized arms, but then has like a Triceratops skull that's black and grey, and you're like, that looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
I can see that being awesome in a kids' TV show, and it just escalates like rapidly out of control up to like a mecha arm, and then he has 2 mecha arms. Oh no, he has one mecha arm and he has wings, but they're also mecha as well.
Yeah.
And then they like skip over that form to go to War Greymon or something like that, which is shorter but more human, and basically just looks like a dragon warrior with like lightning claws.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And I was watching this, and I'm like, okay, Pokemon's about to get its ass kicked by Digimon, and it does. Yeah, spoilers on that one, but it really is a case of they escalated this thing way out of the bounds of Pokemon.
And Digimon are intelligent though. They're not subservient like Pokemon are, because Pokemon need you to direct them. Digimon can just be like, well, I'm stronger than him, I can just go and punch him upside the face.
Well, they pointed to that, and that's part of the fight as well, is that at one point, because the Digimon are friends with their humans, the kid who controls Agumon, Tai I think his name is,
Yeah, Tai.
gets pissed off and takes a swing at the Pokemon Master Red, and it's like, well, this would fuck up Charizard, it would be a factor in the fight.
Yeah.
And at that point, Warmon or Wargamon or whatever his name is steps in and just beats the shit out of Charizard, because Charizard can't think for himself, and Wargreymon is its actual own creature, a sentient being that has lightning claws and fucks people up for a living. So yeah, that ends pretty quickly. Ends really well. Like, the animation, it's really good. I'd give it a go. I mean, we've just spoiled it, but go give it a look and just watch a Pokemon and a Digimon fight.
Yeah. Then again, after Death Battle, just watching them, you can kind of figure out who would win. Because I mean, Goku versus Superman, you're naturally going to think Superman's going to win. Wolverine versus Raiden, that was kind of up in the air. You kind of think that if Wolverine got in a few good blows, he'd annihilate Raiden, but because of Raiden's weird high frequency blade that would cut through his adamantium quite quickly, you can kind of figure it out.
Yeah, there's always logical steps that people, like, you think it should be completely fair, but then someone points something out to you and you go, oh yeah, one of them is 3 stories tall and also sentient, whereas the other one's the
other one can only say his own name.
Yeah.
The other one is capable of full English speech. The other one can only say his name.
Yeah. There's a difference in, scale on these things, and it's like, holy crap, Pokemon got its shit pushed in. Yeah. Funny though. Very funny to watch.
Yeah, I'll give that a watch when I go home.
Yeah, I'll send the link out. We'll tweet it. Honest, this time we will definitely tweet it. My bad.
I did just tweet my Japan story. Well, my China story.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to sit and watch like something like that. And like, oh yeah, that's, a lot of people go to, my childhood. Like, it's not that bad. Yeah. Like, it's a logical analysis of a kids' TV show. Yeah,
people just don't like to see something that they've enjoyed so much get its ass handed to it. Because I mean, I know I was annoyed when Spider-Man beat the living shit out of Batman in the Batman vs Spider-Man death battle that they done very early into the run of the show.
Yeah.
I was also quite annoyed when Shao Kahn beat M. Bison, but it's all about just logically thinking about it. How would this fight go if these two were real people with all their powers? How would it go? You just need to kind of think. It's not really ruining your childhood, it's just analysing it in a way that might piss you off.
Yeah, and it came up with they did a character from Ruby called Yang versus Tifa. And it was badly timed on their part because it was the week before they announced being partnered with Full Screen, who are part of Rooster Teeth, who also partner with Rooster Teeth. So it was like, oh, it's obvious that they did that because they're joining the company. They don't owe them any favours. They don't have to do it. So they just kind of ignored it, and everyone's like, it's clearly not a thing. It's like, no. Yang took a blow from like a 20-ton or 200-ton Titan. Tifa, not so much. Let's be honest.
Tifa is she's very strong, but she is very squishy. She can get killed quite easily in the game.
Whereas in Yang's case, she can be killed, but if you don't kill her, you're just really gonna piss her off. Yeah. So yeah, it's a weird thing to have to sit back and analyse stuff, and when someone's
the only thing that the only thing I didn't like about the Tifa and Yang fight is how they went for the "you've damaged my hair, I will kill you" thing.
I think they've done it once in Ruby, and it was kind of referencing that.
Yeah, but it just kind of annoyed me. I don't like them going, like, you killed me, you broke my favourite lipstick, you asshole, now I'll destroy you and everything.
Oh, like it was a joke on women, not really a joke about the show. It would come across that way.
Yeah.
Although I did see one thing was that the logo on the Pokeballs for the Digimon Pokemon episode was a screw attack symbol. It's a little blue lightning bolt, and they throw it at the Pokemon. They throw it at a Digimon. And the Digimon's like, what the heck, like getting hit with a rock, like, what the fuck was that?
Ow, stop throwing tiny pebbles at me.
Hey, stop that, cut that out, dick. You're throwing rocks at people, fuck off.
Yeah, that ain't nice.
If only he'd been fast enough to dodge it.
Yeah, but if he was the fastest man alive, he might have been able to dodge it.
Like the Flash.
Segway. Just bringing you the fucking golden segues this week.
Yeah.
Because, well, we're going to deprive you next week because I can't record next week at all.
Alright.
Yeah. Just that busy with work and shit like that, so I apologise here and now.
We'll figure something
out.
Yeah,
we'll figure something out. I might have some downtime, but anyway, I've been watching. I bought the Flash.
Smash them, bro.
Smash them, bro.
Nailing it.
Nailing it. Just driving that Segway home, sending it home. But yeah, I bought the Flash season 1 on Blu-ray, and I've been watching that with my brother. I think I'm about 8 episodes into it. I'm really enjoying it so far because it is kind of a villain of the week show. Like, Flash will show up, he'll do his tests in Star Labs because he's always trying to improve his powers.
Right.
And he's quite new to the game, so he's trying to figure out what the extent of his powers are, how fast he can run, can he channel his speed into his fists and hit harder, does he have any degree of super strength. He can also heal about 4 times as quick as a normal human, so if he gets a cut on his hand, 5 minutes later it's gone, you can't even see the scar. But with that comes the pratfall of he burns through his bodily functions run quicker, so he burns through energy, fat.
He's a higher metabolism.
Yeah, he's got a much higher metabolism, so he has to eat. I think in the show they say it's about quadruple the amount of a normal human. So normal humans' calorie count for a day is what? How much?
3,000 for men and about 2,000 for women.
Yeah, he has about 12,000 calories he needs to eat in a day so he can keep his powers up, because they show in the very early episodes he tries to run quickly after he's not eaten that much for a day, and he's like passing out, he's grabbing his head, he's feeling lightheaded. Then he goes and does some tests at Star Labs. That starts the whole metahuman thing. Right. They create a thing called the particle reactor, and that blows up, and it sends out a wave of tachyons, which gives people like run-of-the-mill Joe averages.
It just modifies their DNA and then makes them into
one guy has steel skin, another guy can conduct electricity, another guy can turn himself into poisonous gas, that kind of thing. It's pretty cool how they've done the show. They've made everything He
is fat, man.
It pretty much is, because his name is Kyle Nimbus is the character.
Oh,
but he turns into a green fart cloud.
Right. Naming the human counterpart of a superhero kind of bipolar situation. Yeah. Like, can we just have, if you say there's a man who turned himself into clouds of gas, the first person I look through as the chief of police is everyone with a gas pun name. Anyone for fuck's sake.
He turns into a gas. Kyle Nimbus has just been accepted into the police vault. Accepted into the jails.
Suspicious.
I'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
I know the reason. The Flash has to come up with some weird, elaborate way to defeat him. They say, when he transforms into gas, his molecules become unstable. And if he does this multiple times, he'll become tired. That's your chance to apprehend him. No, just get a fan and blow him away when he's in his gas form. You can create tornadoes by running. Why not just contain him in in a tornado that you've made and just dissipate his atoms and kill him outright?
Better yet, you can get stuff to just pump the air and seal it in a fucking container. Oh look, we put the gas man in a giant fucking bubble.
See Kyle Nimbus, here he is in an Evian bottle because he ran in it. Yeah. Just shake him about.
Yeah, he just starts getting lippy, give him a quick shake and then fuck him in a building again.
Just put him up and down the place. It's like, are you calm now? Nope, another kick.
The Flash is one of those, it has to be villain of the week, because if you can't figure out in 1 week of TV how you're going to defeat someone by running very fast, you're probably not going to defeat that guy.
You're not going to get it. Although one of the main villains that they're kind of pushing is a guy called Captain Cold, and he gets his name in the dumbest way possible. There's a guy, one of the main kind of accomplices to the Flash is a guy called Cisco Ramon, who is a metahuman, but his powers develop much later in the show.
Is he Thong Man?
He's not Thong Man, he's a character called Vibe, who can communicate with technology, but also if the timeline is altered, he has a perfect recollection of the previous timeline.
Okay.
So if they jump forward a few timelines and things change a bit, he's like, oh, remember what happened then? It's like, this guy survived. It's like, that guy's been dead for thousands of years. This guy's been dead for about 40 years. How can you remember what he done 4 days ago?
I think, well that, I know that's it's supposed to be a superpower, but you can fuck with some stuff.
Yeah, I don't know how it's meant to be a superpower. I think this guy just has really good memory. But anyway, he's
a stable point in time.
Yeah, he's the tech guy of the show, and he comes up with everybody's names. He's like, this guy uses a freeze gun to stop the Flash from running so quickly. That's pretty cold. Holy shit, Captain Cold, I am the best namer ever.
Oh, he's the kind of funny guy. That
He's
like, oh, shut the fuck up.
He's the comic relief. At one point, he literally does the finger guns to him. Like, how about Heatwave? No, go back to working. Go make some shit.
He actually does the finger guns.
Yeah, he does the finger guns.
I'm born on these Blu-rays off. It just sounds. I was originally very skeptical, but that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
How long are episodes?
Yeah, about an hour.
An
45
hour.
minutes. Oh, an hour on TV, 45 minutes on disc.
Right. So how many episodes are there?
23.
I was expecting like a kind of hate speed on miniseries have ruined me, and especially with British television, where we do a lot of shorter runs. Somebody turns and said, you have 23 sessions of hour-long television that you sit through. I'm like, oh, for fuck, I did all that.
Yeah, CW do not fuck about with their TV shows. I mean, I bought season 1 of Arrow as well because it was £8. I thought, well, fuck it, I want to get into watching Arrow, I'll buy this. That's got about 23 episodes as well, all at 45 minutes each. I'm like, I do not have this much time to watch two 23 episode runs.
23 is a weird number.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I think they do so many two-parters that they technically count as one episode.
Right.
I don't know how it worked, but anyway, I'm enjoying Flash just now.
I'd expect 23 and a Christmas special like that for some reason.
Well, they do Christmas episodes right in the start because I was on episode 7, which is a Christmas episode. Like Barry moves back in with his adopted father, or the guy who adopts him after his mother dies. Because the whole crux of the show is that Barry wants to find out who really killed his mother. Because his dad has been framed for the murder of his mother. He's like, no, my dad didn't kill my mother. I need to find out who it is. And that kind of ties into him getting his powers. And it's kind of, because it's been out for so long, I've watched clips and stuff on YouTube. I know how it ends. I just want to see what they've done leading up to that.
You want to see the story being told.
Yeah. I know who the bad guy is. I know why he's there. I know his name and stuff like that. But yeah, how they build up that's pretty cool.
Huh. Strange. I will probably borrow the Blu-rays or DVDs off you at some point. Have you watched Wreck yet?
No, I have not.
Motherfucker.
It's been sitting on my fucking, like, where I keep all my DVDs. I don't even know what the name for that would be. It's like a unit, but it's got little shelves inside it. I'm completely spacing on that. It's not a good day for me.
If I could yell at you in Spanish, I'd yell at you in Spanish.
Yeah.
I know they're just talking. I've seen some. I was in Spain once and overheard an argument, and it sounds like the conversational tone and the argumentative tone is the exact same.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a joke to say that everything in Spanish sounds like an argument, because it does.
Yeah.
It really, really does. It's quite funny. So yeah, I'd yell at you in Spanish or speak at you in Spanish and confuse you. But
if I watched Wreck, I might have understood you. But yeah, it's sitting in my cabinet, it's waiting for me to watch it. I'll get to it eventually. I can only promise that I'll get to it eventually because I have a lot of shit to do right now.
Yeah.
Getting people to London right now is my main thing. Through college, through the Law Society. People are like, we want to go to the Supreme Court. It's like, I have a phone number for a woman in the Supreme Court. She's quite a nice woman. I've spoke to her a couple of times before. She's willing to have us down there. We need to get accommodation, travel, numbers, all that shit before she'll even consider it. So hold the fuck on. Rome was not built in a day.
Yeah, that's. How many people are you moving? Are you trying to transport?
45.
Fuck that.
Get accommodation for everybody. The first thing I said to them is, we might have to split you up. Like, one people go to like a Radisson Blue, other people go to a fucking travel lodge, but we all need to keep it going. It's a whole mess of shit. People are expecting me to say something, then it immediately be done. Edinburgh people, man, they have no concept of fucking patience.
Speaking of people with no patience, I need to wrap this episode up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a long episode. I was really hoping we'd get back to doing like hour and a half, but
Yeah.
it just seems like it's not going to happen.
Yeah, Christmas is kicking, well, me in the ass because I have a lot of things to do.
Yeah, I have bottles of booze to empty, so until next episode, I've been Colin Graham.
I've been Dom Anderson.
And we've been talking Gibberpish.
You will not see me for several weeks because I have the Street Fighter 5 beta. Thank you very much and good night.
Yeah. This may be fucked.